So, what is so great about Shepparton? Well, many great events take place right here, and even here. Maybe it's the great weather, the sunshine, places and spaces. Or is it the great rivers and beautiful lakes? Water flows and things that grow? It could be the food. It's grown right here. What about the artistic and cultural experiences that can be found in great locations? Including the colourful moving art cows scattered all around this great city. But it's also a place where great sports come to play. And those who enjoy the lifestyle so much decide to stay. It's a place of happy families and smiling faces, so it must be a great place to be. See, that's the thing about Shepparton. It's not just one, but many great things.
Welcome back to Bowls Victoria's live coverage of the 2016 Victorian Open. We are now into the two blue ribboned events of the Vic Open. Women's singles final coming right up between Kelly McCarahan, the Canadian international, and Anne Miles, one of Victoria's finest bowlers. And we're certainly going to see one title decided here today with the women's singles. Maybe we're going to see two, because Anne Miles is a very big chance of winning the Vic medal for the best performed bowler overall in all disciplines. And a victory here in the women's singles final is going to make it very, very difficult for anyone to beat Anne Miles for the Vic medal. It's great to bring in, as my co-commentator for today, Daniel Nichols, the voice of bowls in the Goulburn Valley. Daniel, welcome to what we think is going to be a really amazing final.
Yes, thank you, Guy. This game here, we got Kelly McCarahan, the Canadian international. We just already streamed her game. It was one of the first games we streamed against Amelia Bruggy, and that game got timed out. She just got through 19 to 18. We know a lot about Kerry. Anne Miles in other hands, as you were saying before, Guy, in contention for the Vic medal. Maybe you can go through a little bit about Anne for us, just while this first end goes through, Guy.
Yeah, well, Anne Miles is a terrific bowler. She's from Yarrawonga Mulwala Golf Club Resort, and a fantastic bowler. She's been one of Victoria's best bowlers for a long, long time. She's usually at the pointy end of women's region sides and state championships and state champions week. A fantastic bowler. Has made her name mainly in the multiple events at the bigger state events. She's with triples and fours and the like. In fact, she was part of the winning women's triples team this morning in their final, beating a rink skipped by Kelly McCarahan. So these two ladies have already met once today. So it promises to be an intriguing showdown. We're underway. Kelly is Canadian international. She's got two clubs. She's Caulfield Park Alma is her affiliated club, and also bowls for Bowls Clayton. Anne Miles is from Yarrawonga Mulwala Golf Club Resort. And we're underway in the first end. We saw Kelly up close and personal in our first televised match, the semi-final, where she beat Amelia Bruggy 19-18 in a timed out game. Anne in great touch. She was in very good touch in that women's triples win this morning, wasn't she, Daniel?
Oh, yeah. You could say this is a bit of a revenge match, especially for Kelly, going down in the triples. Well, as you can see, Kelly had 3 shots. Anne's came down. Got the shot.
Now, for those who missed it a little earlier, we've had the men's and women's pairs finals decided a little earlier. We had an amazing story in the women's pairs final. Mother and daughter, Roanna and Laureen Smith, beating Marilyn Stevenson and Sandra Connolly in the final. Kelly has been in amazing form in this tournament so far, as is Anne Miles. So we're getting two really informed bowlers. I suppose you're always going to get that in a final. In a final, you're always going to get that. But they have really got some scalps on the belt, and we'll run through those in a little while. We'll let Anne deliver here.
Anne really needs to replicate her last bowl. And add another shot. She already has one. She's got 2 foot to draw another. Don't think she's got the legs. It is the first end at the ladies' finals. And Anne Miles picks up one shot, looks like.
Anne Miles has had a great run through the tournament. Obviously the women's triples final winner this morning. Through the sectionals of the singles, she's had a really good run through this tournament, and we'll touch on some of the people she's beaten along the way. In the sectionals, beating Sandy Elliott of Ringwood 21-10, Patricia O'Shea of Castlemaine 21-7. In the first round, she came up against Natasha Russell, Australian under-18 player, Victorian under-18 player, Australian under-18 champion in the triples from Clayton, beat her 21-17, and Natasha was in pretty fair form going into that. Took her out, beat state player Jodie Neville in the second round from Bundoora RSL 20-18. Last 16, she played Jane Ritchie from Wangyu, local here, 21-14. Di Retallick of Finley RS in the quarterfinals, 18-17, single shot there in a battle of the border dwellers. And in the semi-final, she took out Marilyn Stevenson, who we've just seen being a part of the losing women's pairs side, 21-18 from Moama. So she's beaten some big names there: Russell, Neville, Ritchie, Retallick, Stevenson. That's a pretty fair roadmap to the final.
Yeah. Few minutes before 4 o'clock. It's hit 30 degrees.
And under the roof inside here at Shepparton Park, so the sunlight's not an issue. Also the fans are on too, which kind of helps cool things down a bit. So the ladies much better conditions to play in on the carpet than they would have out in the burning sun out there on the outside greens.
It's 2 handy bowls, not too far away. Now what we have on the panel here is we've put away some of the most enjoyable tweets that we've received, and some quite funny ones. And the more we receive, the more we're going to put away, and we'll do a little draw afterwards, and you guys could win yourself a set of Aero bowls worth $495. So just remember to get onto Twitter, hashtag 2016 Vic Open, and tell us what you think of this ladies' game. Kelly McCarahan versus Anne Miles. Maybe a bit of a prediction. Tell me who you think's going to win. Kelly's could be holding 3 now.
Kelly's I guess the hallmark of what Kelly's done in pretty much all her games is she's been right on it from the get-go, and this is no exception. She's holding 3 shots. Kelly McCarahan is a Canadian international. She'll be playing in the World Bowls Championships very soon, so this is a springboard for her into that. and she's in fantastic form. And through the sectionals, beat Gillian Baxter of Ivanhoe 21-9 and Fordham of West Rosebud 21-8.
In the first end, Kelly McCarahan had 3 bowls just like this. And Ann Miles came in and drew the shot, and it was very close then. Ann Miles nearly drew the shot again with her 3rd bowl. I don't think Kelly can play too aggressive here. She's got nothing behind. She can't quite trail that jack because her bowl will probably get snagged and she'll go down. So she's got to play nice, draw weight, and just sitting on that blue bowl. She sits on this blue bowl right. Just a little bit wide. She'll take the 1.
So even Stevens after 2 ends. Kelly McCarahan of Canada. Also of Caulfield Park, Alma and Clayton. Against Ann Miles of Yarrawonga. Moorwhaler Golf Club Resort. Kelly McCarahan, Canadian international, as we said. Through the sectionals, beat Gillian Baxter of Ivanhoe 21-9 and Fordham of West Rosebud 21-8. And then, through the rounds to the semis, has taken some pretty serious scalps along the way. Kristen Steele from Melbourne, very good player, 21-8. Denise Ewing of Bundoora, 21-14 in the second knockout round. Pat Fraser-Orish from Neerim Districts, 21-12. In the quarterfinal, she caused quite possibly the shock of the tournament at that stage, beating the 3-time defending champion Carla Krasanik 21-11 in their quarterfinal, and then in the semi-final, beating Amelia Bruggy in a very high-class game, very high-quality game, 19-18. The game timed out, 2.25 hours, with Kelly with her nose in front, and that was enough to bring her into the final.
As you can see there, Kelly's just dobbed another one on. She's came out of the blocks real fast. Second bowl's not too bad either. That's worth a clap.
It's great to see a crowd building up here too under the roof at Shepparton Park Bowls Club. A reminder that after the women's singles final, we will be televising the men's singles final at the Victorian Open. That is between Matthew Flapper and Lee Schreiner.
A red-hot Lee Schreiner.
A red-hot Lee Schreiner who has just been absolutely on fire in winning the men's pairs title here in the previous game. Kelly's been off to red-hot starts in all her matches.
Yeah, another great bowl by Kelly McCarahan. This is great to watch. Sheldon 3.
She keeps putting them there, and I guess that puts the pressure. Anne's delivered, you know, a couple of decent shots to save the day. The question is, can she keep doing it?
Well, the worrying thing is, this is only the 3rd end, and Kelly McCarahan's grouping's been good already. She's been very consistent, and the thing about a consistent bowler is if they're doing it now, they're just going to continue doing it, and it's just a pain really for your opposition.
We've got a lot of people from Canada tuning into our live stream coverage here on Bowls Victoria, and we're really thankful for them joining us. And there's a lot of support for Kelly here, both here within the crowd and also online. We've got an amazing response from our Canadian friends. They've been really enjoying the live stream coverage. They obviously watched the first game yesterday, the semi-final, and no doubt they're watching again today.
Yeah, she's
Not happy with that.
not quite happy. She's doing the "it's too quick" look. If you guys know what that means. Still not far away. She's got 4 shots. Wow. 4 shots on N3. What can Anne do? She must be thinking, there's pretty good bowls right there. All right. Don't think she likes it. It's a backhand draw, but she's running it up. She gets a slide. She's got a slide and got the shot. She put her head down. It was as if she didn't like the actual shot. And then she ran up the green and she gets 1 shot. 4 down to 1 up.
That's fantastic rearguard action there from Anne Miles. And we've certainly got a game on our hands. What an amazing start. Anne Miles 2-1 up. She could have been as much as 10 zip down.
Well, that's a great start to our women's singles final of the Victorian Open.
Have a look at this bowl. This is just... that is of the highest quality, isn't it? Wow, that's great. One of the things we're loving, Daniel, I guess, about the coverage ourselves as being able to commentate is just being able to see such high-class bowls. We've been blessed in what we've seen under the roof here for the past 2 days.
It's actually amazing. Like, as a lawn bowler myself, I'm still learning as well. And there's a few shots there which I thought I would play. And then I think Michael Sims played one, which I was actually quite shocked about, and he pulled it off, and I was like, that's an amazing shot. And Ian Ross done one as well. And so you're not just commentating bowls, but you're also learning from the best. These are elite bowlers who have done it for so many years, and they know which shot to play.
And Miles has certainly led off well there. Well, Anne Miles off to a really, really good start, but in an interesting way. Rearguard actions last couple of ends. And boy, they've been good. I wonder how that affects Kelly in terms of what she does, because she's played 3 really great ends and trails by 1.
Yeah, because Anne just puts that one bomb in.
Yeah.
Well, Kelly knows that she's bowling consistently. She's bowling the bowls where she wants to put them. So I think she'll be quite happy with her form at the moment. She's only 1 down on the card.
So Anne Miles already a winner here, the Victorian Open in 2016. Part of the winning women's triples team, beating an all-star rink skipped by the lady she's playing in the singles final, Kelly McCarahan.
Oh, another great bowl. She's put in 3 good bowls.
Well, I think the Nana Ann hashtag is going to be trending again on Twitter very soon. We had it this morning. By golly, a couple of ripping bowls there.
She gets a rub, not quite enough. Looks like Nana Ann's got 2 shots. It's hard to see from this angle though. It's very quiet in the grandstands.
You can hear a pin drop, can't you? It's
It's kind of like
tense opening.
a tennis game. Oh, just under. Such a close head. From here,
Yeah.
it looks like the blue, but when I'm looking at it from here, the purple could be closer.
It is a deceptive angle, and we should point out that we're a little closer to the end that the ladies are playing to here. And yeah, it's line ball, isn't it?
And as you can see, Kelly's trying to figure out whether she's 1 down, 2 down, or even 1 up, and that will decide on what shot she's going to play. She plays a very good draw shot, running shot, drive. Pretty much every shot she can play. She's going backhand. Going for the split. Split or the jack. Oh, she's got 1. Not far away at all. Now, with the way those bowls were actually positioned, that split could have worked well. She was only maybe a centimetre off, and that's why she only got the 1 bowl. We'll find out what the result is. So 1 shot.
A lot of support here for Ann Miles from the folks at Yarrawonga, I'm sure. Very strong contingent from one of our Bowls Victoria regions in which Yarrawonga is in. It's the Ovens and Murray area. It's a big contingent, and they've already had a local win to a degree with the Smith ladies, Lorene and Rowanna Smith winning the women's pairs final just now, and of course Ann Miles, Claire Sanders and Lorene winning the women's triples earlier in the day. So the region's bowler's going very well indeed, and Ann Miles to get this far has done extremely well, and right now she's 2 shots up over Canadian international Kelly McCarahan.
Now, speaking of support from Canada and support from Yarrawonga, just hashtag 2016 Vic Open at Bowls Victoria on Twitter, and you can show your support to Kelly McCarahan or Ann Miles or even both. And also at the same time, chance to win a set of Aero Bowls.
It's a nice tweet there from Orbost Bowls Club. Lawn bowls, the sport for all. Nanas and pops, sons and daughters. It's fantastic. And there from our friends at Bowls Business, Jennifer and Glenn Bainbridge. Brilliant shot, Nanaran. They're even trending the Nanaran hashtag. Pressure is Milesy's middle name. Nanaran, there's the hashtag going.
Well,
From a great friend of ours, Morty Morton, a very accomplished bowler herself.
that's right, Jan. You got to remember that Kelly's been holding shots, and then Anne's just come down and got the shot straight off her.
And the Godfather chiming in, high quality women's final on show. The cream rising to the top. Couldn't agree more. And we've got very high hopes for the men's singles final as well. We've got very high hopes for this one, but we've got very high hopes for what follows as well, which is the men's singles final. Matthew Flapper, Lee Schreiner. 3 sets of Aero Bowls for the best 3 tweets of the day as judged by our panel. Tweet us to get involved. Get your hands on a brand new set of Aero Bowls. Our thanks to Aero for being involved. Worth $495. Wouldn't you love to get your hands on a set of those?
Well, bowls are very expensive, aren't they? $4.95. I remember a few years ago, yeah, they were probably $600 for a set of Aero Bowls. So
it's a good price point, but good bowls.
now Kelly just needs to sneak around Anne's bowl. Oh, it's close. So Ann Miles has played her backhand. She's tried to creep around Kelly's bowl. And she has. It's Jack Eye. Just short of Jack Eye. It's half a bowl in front. Now Kelly, she should use this. Come off it and sneak in for shot. Push her own up. One. Oh. That needed a full rotation, maybe even 2, and she would have got it. So Anne takes 2 shots. And Kelly's actually bowling quite well. But the scores are 5-1, and we've played 5 ends. So we've noticed Anne takes quite a lot of time in preparation for her bowl. Picks her line, imagines her weight. Just a tad short. Got a line right. Just got 3 to correct from. This is where Kelly needs to dob it on and put the pressure right on Anne. Keep running. Just needs a little bit more as well.
Well, it's fantastic to welcome in someone who knows all about the women's singles final at the Victorian Open. 3-time champion Carla Krzanek. Carla, wonderful to have you as part of our coverage again.
Thank you for having me again. It's good to be here.
Now, it's certainly been an up and down start to the match here, and Kelly looked like she could have picked up a couple of big multiples there at one point, and Anne's just sort of dropped in the bombs. And now Anne's up 5-1. How have you seen it so far?
Yeah, so far, both the girls have played quite a few good bowls. There's sort of, I know Anne's got the lead at the moment, but I don't think she's really got the advantage quite yet. Kelly's bowling well as well, so it's going to be an interesting match.
Certainly is plenty of price. We've seen some very high standard matches here under the roof on our live streaming games on our show rink. This is no exception. It's been a great start.
Yeah, we were talking before, Carla, about how consistently Kelly's putting them down. And it's amazing how she's trailing by 4 shots.
Exactly, and she's had a lot of games on the carpet now, so she's grouping really well, but the scoreboard's showing, yeah, that Anne's got the advantage.
When you're in that sort of position, Carla, what do you do? I mean, you're putting down great bowls, you're grouping them very well, and your opponent's just dropping the occasional bomb in and picking up the end, picking up the shots that they need. I mean, how hard is it to not let that affect your confidence?
I personally always just try and remind myself to keep patient. If you know you're playing well and you're getting in the area, then eventually it'll turn, so you just keep patient. If you get to a stage where it looks like you're out of it, then that's when you need to do something completely different. Change hands, change up the length, start, perhaps even trying to trail it yourself to always have that one shot rather than trying to get a number. But at this stage, I think Kelly would just be trying to keep patient. She's getting the balls in the area. So it looks like this end she's probably going to pick up a couple.
Yeah, she's got about 6 foot to draw another shot here. Let's see if Kelly can make it 2. She sure can.
And that's a bit better for Kelly there. Shortens up that lead. 5-3 down.
I think you should change up the length a little bit here. She prefers to go a little bit shorter.
Yeah, and you've called that right, Carla. There we go.
I've been playing with her all week, so I think I've got it worked out by now.
Playing with her and against her. I mean,
Yeah, both.
Nobody has had a better look at how Kelly McCarran is tracking than you throughout this tournament. You've had a real good look at her in a lot of ways as a teammate and as an opponent.
Yeah.
she's playing great bowls, isn't she? She just right throughout this tournament, every discipline.
Yeah, she has been playing really good bowls. Regardless of what type of green we've been on, she's always been roundabout. So she's had a fantastic tournament, and as has Anne as well. So makes for a very exciting game here.
Well, we have said that this particular match could decide 2 titles, not only women's singles, but the Vic Open, the Vic Medal as well, for the best performed bowler in this. Because right now, Anne Miles, you would think there's probably Kelly, Lee Schreiner is probably right in amongst it as well. But if Anne gets a win here, she already has one in the kick.
Yeah.
The Vic Medal, she's got to be every chance.
It's close all around this year. I was just saying earlier that there's the last few years we've sort of known going into the final who looks like winning the Vic Medal, but this year there's quite a few contenders, so it's all going to come down to who's going to be able to win these finals.
The little bonus you pick up for actually winning the final is going to be critical.
Exactly, yep.
Now Kelly's got her grouping underway again.
Just a reminder to everyone, it's 5-3. 5-3 to Anne Miles here. Just waiting for that scoreboard to tick over. Definitely 5-3 to Anne Miles. It's ominous form that Kelly's in going into the World Bowls in Christchurch at the end of this month and for a fair bit of next month as well. She's in very ominous form.
Yeah, she's in great form, which is good for her, but not good for Australia.
Now tell us, you're actually going to come up against Kelly in the trips.
Yeah, we play each other. The triples were in the same group. So we don't play until the second week against each other over at World Bowls, but I'm sure it'll be a very competitive match. I know I've got a few things I know about her game now, and I'm sure she knows a few things about my game as well. So
Kelly has put the pressure on once again. And Anne's going to have to try and sit the bowl. I think sitting the bowl is probably just the better shot. Even if you go wide, you get second shot. She has been 3 down once before in this game, and she drew the shot.
So there we are.
Oh, she may have cut it down. I think it's definitely 2. They'll take the 1 out. Three shots.
And boom, just like that, Kelly McCarrahan takes the lead, 6-5. And there you go, proof of what you were saying, Carla. When you just keep putting, you just keep getting your groupings right, just keep believing what you're doing is the right thing.
Yeah,
There
you keep putting the pressure on the opposition, then you hope that that's enough to eventually turn the scoreboard over. If not, then all you can do is clap the opposition. That's it.
Now, Carla, as Kelly was rolling that jack, it just kept rolling and rolling, and you could see her reaction. She was squinting her eyes, and she was She was pushing down on her fingers. I think she does want a short end.
Yeah, the jacks actually tend to roll a little bit more than you anticipate. They are a heavy jack, being an indoor carpet green. So yeah, she probably wanted it a little bit shorter, but yeah, sometimes they just roll that bit further than you anticipate.
Our scoreboard will be back up shortly, but at the moment it's Kelly McCarahan 6 and Ann Miles 5. She's got a line good. Could be a counter. From here it looks like 3. I reckon Ann's been in this situation 3 times already.
She has been in this situation a couple of times, just missing the weight probably with her first couple of bowls, but then converting well. So both ladies played this morning in the triples early this morning. Since then, it's now 32 degrees. We've got the fans going here as well, so the pace of the carpet is actually a lot different to what it was this morning. So it is hard to adjust to that when you've got a pace in your head from your first game.
It's worth pointing out that the temperature has actually risen 18 degrees
Yep.
in the time from when
It
we
was
started.
chilly this morning.
It was very chilly. It was around 13 to 14 degrees.
Ann has definitely cut that head down, and I believe she's only trailing by 1 now in the head. But Kelly's very dominant on this forehand with this shortish end, short to medium. Well, she's in the area again.
What's Kelly like as a player, Carla? Like in terms of, I guess, demeanour and what you see her strengths. Like, what are the strengths that you see from her?
She's quite a confident player. I think she's got a lot of confidence in her own ability. She's the type of player who, if she, plays a great shot or gets a little bit of ahead, then she runs with it. don't want to give her too much of a sniff because before you know it, you'll be game down. The thing about Anne is, though, she never gives up. No matter what, Anne never gives up.
The ladies are just measuring the shot here.
How do you see it, Daniel? How do you see the head at this point?
Well, they've taken one bowl out and they're just measuring for two, I believe. Here we are. They've called the official.
Gives them a chance to have a bit of a breather as well.
So we're, for those of you who want to join in on the conversation, players are not the only people who are going to win something here at the 2016 Victorian Open. You can too. If you tweet to us, use the hashtag 2016VicOpen. Tweet at us at Bowls Victoria. You are a chance of winning a set of Aero Bowls. Best 3 tweets is judged by our panel. We'll do that at some point during the men's singles final, which is the match to follow this one. Best 3 tweets is judged by us will win a brand new set of bowls, courtesy of Aero. So let us know what you think. It might be an observation you've made on the game. It might be a prediction. It might be something funny, something witty you've observed. Let us know about it. 2016 Vic Open is the hashtag. At Bowls Victoria. It's obviously very, very close here.
So just the one shot.
So Kelly looking strong at this stage. Hasn't wavered even when things weren't going her way in the first couple of ends. Speaking of Twitter, big hi to all the people watching this from Canada. We have been inundated with tweets and messages of support for Kelly from people in Canada watching at the bowls. She's obviously very, very popular in her home country.
And that's probably why. Draws a back hopper.
Wow. She's very, very popular. We've been amazed with the amount of people watching Kelly's games, particularly live from Canada. We've been inundated with people wishing her well.
She was a bit worried that it might be a bit late in Canada for people to be watching. I said, Kelly, I don't think so. People are going to stay up no matter what time you're on.
I think that's exactly what's happening. There's plenty of people from Canada watching our live streaming. And they've been G'd up all day.
Waiting for this.
Indeed they have.
This is great to watch, guys. She's been very consistent. Usually her first 2 bowls have been pretty much like that every end. What can Anne do here?
Wasn't a mile away there. Good weight, just needed to hold on a touch more.
Now, she swapped over. If Anne only just missed that shot, then quite likely she'll correct and possibly get it with her neck. So Kelly's really got to try and get to Anne's bowl there.
Yeah, if she can be a counter and a covering bowl, if she can just sit inside that one, she's almost there.
Good try. But at the same time, she's holding 3 shots again.
Oh, just the other side.
Such a mentally tough game. Like, I reckon, like I said it before, but that's probably 4 times now where Anne's been 3 down. She's lucky to have 1 bowl left. But if Kelly gets another one in here and makes it 4,
Yeah, Kelly's definitely putting the pressure on Anne, really making her come out with a big bowl with her last one. Looking like she's covering the tee.
And that's a smart move. As we remind people just joining our telecast, the rules of the Vic Open involve respotting the jack. So covering the tee in this situation is a tactic you'll see a lot, and a very good tactic under the conditions of play of this tournament.
It's very close.
on an inside edge.
Just definitely cut it down again. Another good shot.
She gets away with 1.
There we go, Hannah Bolton-Burns. Showing I've spent $30 of extra data, but the live stream, but totally worth it. Go Kelly. The resting toucher hashtag too. Team resting toucher on the back of Kelly's shirt.
I think they're on their drive home. Probably watching it in the car on the way home.
Well, we did see Hannah here earlier with Lisa Phillips a little bit earlier on in the day. So yeah, she must be on the drive home and watching it. Safe trip home, ladies.
Another great start by Kelly. She's finding the pace extremely well.
Once again, first two are on it. I think Anne's playing more of a better percentage shot here, trying to sit the bowls instead of dead drawing. I believe it's probably mentally got to her a bit where she's 2 or 3 down each time.
Yeah, she gave herself a bit of a chance with that weight though. Seems to be a little bit more holdy down there. A lot of the players have found that today on this rink. He's going to go to a good position there. She's not doing much wrong, Kelly, at the moment.
So Anne Miles backhand needs to sit the bowl. Movement of the jack. She's got one bowl left. And she's currently 3 down. Two.
She's drawn another one by the looks. Yup, just snuck inside. That's 4 pretty good bowls by Gally there.
She just hasn't relented, has she?
No,
She just has
and once
not
again
relented.
finds herself a few down.
Yeah,
The last bowl's been her best bowl though.
yeah.
She's been converting every time, so...
Weight wasn't too bad. It just seemed to hold a little bit
Just
that side,
holding
didn't
out there a touch. Looks like it's Theresa Kelly. Yep, Theresa Kelly.
it? Yeah, Kelly's on fire at this stage of the Shepparton Park Bowls Club, the women's singles finals. She's 11 and Anne Miles is still on 5.
It's great to see. There's a good crowd built under the roof here at Shepparton Park. It's terrific to see so many people coming and enjoying their bowls. We get great support from people in the region here. Carla, you must find that you obviously come up here most years. You must find that there's great support. People really do enjoy their bowls in this region.
Yeah, people love it up here in Shepparton. Doesn't matter what club you go to. I played at Newmarket this week, Hilltop, out at Maroopna as well. Doesn't matter where you go in the Shepparton region. People just love bowls, love watching. Yeah, spectators have been awesome.
It's great. It's a region that really gets behind its bowls. It's got a very strong pennant competition up here. Lots of great clubs. Lots of great venues too. We use 17 venues for this event, and there's some really good standard greens out there.
Yeah, the greens have been fabulous everywhere. The volunteers at all the clubs, they're so enthusiastic. They love having you there. They want to do everything for you. Yeah, there's not a single complaint I could think of.
It's good. We get a lot of great media coverage locally here as well. We get heaps of from Win Television, from Shepherd News, ABC. we really do very well as a sport out of this tournament in this region, and certainly I know from Bowls Victoria's point of view, we love coming back here, and we're back here again next year, and we hope to be coming back here for many more years to come.
I hope to be coming back for many years too. Jeez.
It's like a broken record, isn't it? It just keeps going over and over and over again.
She's come to play.
Yeah, it's metronome-like stuff, isn't it? Just keeps just plonking them in there.
Now, if Kelly can actually move the jack a little bit here, it'll make it even harder for Anne.
I think that's probably what she's trying to play, just tuck it around, but it's not quite going to
Still
get
no
there.
way.
That's going to make things difficult though.
Yeah, might have to change her hands over now. She's been in this situation plenty of times today.
Looks like she's going to go to the forehand.
She's going to need to hit it hard. Oh. She's two down. Let's open it up a little bit more.
And there we go. The crowd is certainly enjoying what they're seeing here. We've done something a little different this year. We've got the women's singles final on before the men's singles final, so people can watch both games, whether they be here or on the live stream. You can watch both games one after the other. Previously, they've been played simultaneously on the show rink. It's great to showcase both our blue ribbon games here, and great particularly to showcase women's bowls in a prime time slot as well.
I don't know what else to say.
What do you do here, Carla? If you're in Anne's position, Kelly is just, she's just putting them all on jack.
Kelly is
what
just
do you do?
dominating this length at the moment and really needs to be able to try and convert and get the jack back to be able to put it back to her favourite length. Early in the game we saw Anne was 5-1 up. Once Kelly got the jack though, Anne hasn't been able to stop Kelly from...
It has certainly all been one-way traffic, hasn't it, the last little bit?
She's already 3 down here, so she'll be giving this one a bit of a chance. She can sit through that shot bowl. Oh, just a bit unlucky. It was worth playing the weight though. She was already 3 down, so she had it got the right angle, it could have gone her way on. It's another 3 to Kelly.
Kelly is showing her dominance here in the women's singles finals. She's up against Anne Miles 14-5, and she's dominating these short ends. We've seen at least 3 out of her 4 bowls for the last 5 or 6 ends, always been a yardstick.
I don't think she's really had a bowl outside a metre, except when she was covering.
It's the most dominant display, isn't it?
Here we go again.
Great bowling.
She's got on a string.
Say she's using this tournament as a springboard to world bowls. I think she's just about being shot out of a cannon all the way to Christchurch the way she's playing here.
Anne's got a pretty good one here.
This is a good
She
reply.
needs to nail this. Great
Well
bowl.
done, Anne Miles.
Now, I believe this is the first time Kelly is on the mat and she's down for a second bowl.
Just ducking under.
This is what the head looks like from the player's point of view. Not quite enough legs in that one. Now Kelly's got this forehand going towards the greens down pat. Set her up for her third shot, I believe. Fourth shot. So Anne Miles really needs another bowl in the head here. She's got one. Kelly's got 2 close seconds. And Anne looks good.
It's a really good home just behind the jack.
Now, yeah, you can see the head there. Now I believe before Anne Miles put that bowl down, I reckon I could see in Kelly's eyes that she wanted to maybe take that lonely bowl out.
Yes.
But I think it's
definitely.
changed now. Could have possibly changed. She still might think it. But now she needs to take 2 out. Or just promote her own. She's been drawing very well. Decisions. She's going
She's
for it.
playing weight. Having a good look.
Oh! So the jack's gone out of bounds. We'll try and get the camera on the tee here.
It looks like it might be her bowling the ditch, which is going to be the shot.
Yeah. Well, it's 6 foot from Kelly's bowl to the jack. And I believe that bowl up the front there is a little bit further than 6 foot away. So it looks like Kelly's holding one. And Miles, 6 foot to draw the shot. Yeah, it's looking pretty good.
Looks good enough.
Pretty safe. Now this will be interesting to see what length she goes, Carla. because this could be a game changer.
I'd imagine she's going to chuck the jack a little bit longer. That's what she was doing at the start of the game. Try and get Kelly off that amazing draw she's got going at the moment.
Kelly taking a well-earned drink there. And we know we've got lots of Canadian visitors. I'm sure at some point we not only are we streaming this live, we've also got highlights packages of every game, which is available on the mysportlive.tv website. And also it'll be on bosvik.org.au. Some of the games are up, and today's games will probably be up early next week. I would imagine that Kelly's partner Ali Forsyth, who's involved in the BPL at the moment, will also be a very interested watcher of how Kelly's going. They're an interesting story as well, because of course they'll be playing on opposite sides at World Bowls as well.
They will be, yeah.
With Ali being the New Zealand representative, Kelly representing Canada. And Ali at the moment involved in the BPL with the New Zealand Blackjacks up in Brisbane at Club Hine Rivers. And they're moving into the business of
Anne.
It's a great start by
She's
Anne.
nailed it.
She's basically gone ditch to ditch, changed the length up and put her first bowl on it, so can Kelly reply?
We'll see now if Kelly really is human, eh? Because she's gone from short ends dobbing them on, and she's not far away on the long end.
I think that's her first shot bowl.
Now, although the scores are 14-6 in Kelly and McCarahan's way, this has been a class of bowls, a very high standard. It's been extremely entertaining to watch here on the live streaming by Bowls Victoria.
It's a
Look at
great
that.
correction. It's the shot.
Yeah, the word clinic springs to mind. She's certainly putting one on here.
A little bit of traffic. Yeah, Kelly's liking this. She just needs to keep creeping. And we know what Anne's trying to do here. On her backhand, she's trying to get that jack or sit through Kelly's
She's
bowl.
very close.
Get the jack.
It's going to be enough.
Yep.
She was actually quite unlucky the jack went that way. If it had gone the other way, it would have tucked it around, made it quite difficult for Kelly to get to.
Well, I reckon if she picked up that jack reasonably clean, she would have got 3 shots
Yep,
as well.
Yep.
Yeah, Kelly's delivered a backhand bowl. I think it was just cutting through the head. Little slide. So another one to Anne. And I'm 99% sure she'll be going long once again. It's 14-7.
It's a good opener by Anne.
Very good. Looks like whoever seems to be rolling the jacks putting the first one on every time. Kelly might be struggling a little bit with the weight there. Not too far away. It's about 4 feet. Kelly's bowl just needs to keep coming in here. Just needs to run a little bit further. It was on a great line.
It was on a great line. Foot more weight, she was right on it.
Might just be in Anne's line here though. Yeah, she's swapping over. Just a bit worried about Kelly's last bowl. Doesn't want to bump it up.
If she can just sneak in behind her, it makes things a little bit difficult for Kelly. She's got 2 short bowls already, so close to counting.
Karahan, forehand draw. Looks like she could dead draw the shot here.
Just leaning out.
She doesn't
I
want
think
that to
it looks
fall.
like it's about to fall. I don't know how it's
Keep still.
holding up there. Oh, there it goes.
Oh.
It's kind of tricky because she could still be 2 down here.
It's like a truck teetering off the edge of a cliff, wasn't it? That just waiting for it to drop.
Anne really needs to, I think, just go for it and maybe just trickle that jack back a little bit for 3 because Kelly's got one more bowl and she's been pretty close.
The way that Kelly's been playing, you wouldn't think she's going to miss this shot. So if I was Anne, I'd be trying to take the shot away from her first, but it's always risky as well with Kelly's bowls on the run in. Does it look like she's opting back to the forehand?
Yeah, small trail.
Just having a good look here, Anne.
If she
Got
gets,
to be very close.
oh, the other side. Oh,
Oh, she had great weight.
well, it's on a lean again, Guy. Isn't it?
Wow, it's they're just teetering on the edge of a cliff, these bowls.
Wonder if that bowl's made an impact now. Whether it's came into play, that purple shot, or whether Kelly's still 2 down.
Bob Carlson's just having a look, so looks like it's very close. He's putting up 1 to Anne.
Surely Kelly just needs to play nice draw weight here. All good tries on N14. They're all very close, but just not close enough, it looked like, on that end. So as you can see there, Anne's won her 3rd end in a row.